And it feels even better when you find them for less. At Ross, yes, for less.
Feel the compulsion. New shine propulsion from Maybelline Look. Hydrates like the skin. Color so saturated. Shine so irresistible.
I think you're still at 35.
That's right.
It's gonna be well worth it.
You 36 now. Feel like you on your last, like, however many years that is. Where's the drive still coming from? Do you still love it like you did 5, 6, 7 years ago? Who is the 36-year-old Terence Crawford right now?
The drive is always there because I'm so competitive, you know, so I don't ever have to worry about the drive.
You know, some cats get lazy though.
Crawford is now preparing for the biggest bout of the decade with Triple G. Terence Crawford's camp has welcomed Gennady Golovkin, who is renowned for his unrelenting fighting style and iron chin, ahead of Crawford's super middleweight debut against Canelo Alvarez. It is a calculated move from Crawford's point of view. As Crawford looks to unseat the undisputed super middleweight champion, Golovkin's first-hand knowledge gained from his 3 fights against Canelo will be crucial. Golovkin isn't necessarily there as a professional trainer in Crawford's camp. Esau Dieguez and the strength coach are still part of the core squad, while Brian Bomac McIntyre is still Crawford's head coach.
He's great, one of the greats that laced up the gloves. And so it's my job as a trainer. It's the job of Souls, the job of Red, whoever else is coming in camp with us, Bernie, to lead him to that win.
A lot of people make...
However, Golovkin's function as an advisor or mentor is essential. Golovkin has 3 fights under his belt and is well-versed in handling pressure, countering power, and most importantly, surviving in the ring against Canelo. Many believed Golovkin should have won the first bout between him and Canelo in 2017, which finished in a contentious tie. A year later, Canelo won by a slim margin of points in their rematch. Canelo easily outclassed Golovkin in their third bout in 2022, but the Kazakh icon refused to back down, demonstrating that even in his late 30s, he was still capable of handling Canelo's finest strikes.
Crawford is realizing the way to beat this guy
Is that way?
And Crawford, who certainly is more talented in my book anyway than William Skull, is going to outbox him, throw punches back at him. He's going to go southpaw. He's going to go right-handed. And as we sit here, I am picking Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez in September.
So
I say Canelo. If Canelo goes in...
Remembers a specific instance from their first altercation. Canelo used a strong right hand to cleanly catch Golovkin in the 9th round. "I remember that punch," Golovkin told DAZN, after dismissing the notion that it was a game changer. "I allowed it to pass. I'm not sure what to name it. It wasn't difficult. It was rather like to a slap. A sliding punch or a slap, I suppose. It didn't accomplish anything, though. It speaks everything about Golovkin's tenacity to hear him describe. A punch that appeared to be more of a sliding slap than a deadly blow." Crawford is also informed that Canelo's power is enduring even if it is exaggerated. Crawford will learn from Golovkin's experience that although Canelo can strike powerfully, his shot placement is what makes them dangerous.
Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should try and touch the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out.
Crawford is aware that at 168 pounds, he is entering a new world. Neither at 160 nor at this weight has he ever fought. His final bout at 154 lb versus Israel Madrimov was the closest he came. The battle wasn't easy even then. Although Crawford won the bout, there were questions about how much his strength would translate into the heavier weight. Madrimov was able to injure Crawford. Eddie Hearn thought the judges gave Crawford too much credit, implying that the bout was closer than the scorecard indicated. Canelo, who broke Billy Joe Saunders' orbital bone at 168, will be a much more dangerous opponent if Madrimov can cause problems for Crawford.
Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Okay, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxer.
Crawford's ability to adjust is just as important in this battle as his strength. It is uncommon and dangerous to move up 2 weight classes, particularly when facing a boxer who has dominated the division for years. Crawford's career has been built on using ring IQ and precise timing to destroy his opponents. He dominated everyone in his path and stopped Errol Spence Jr. at welterweight. His strength, however, was insufficient to keep Madrimov away from him when he advanced to 154, which is a major worry when facing a boxer like Canelo, who has never been dropped in his career. Canelo has never touched the canvas despite taking punches from powerful competitors like Golovkin and Sergey Kovalev. Canelo, 3 years younger, is still physically fit and strong, but Crawford, 37, will be the older guy.
Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know, and
But age and power aren't the only factors. Recently, Canelo has been increasingly active. He has fought twice since September of last year, maintaining a high level of training and rhythm. Crawford, however, hasn't engaged in combat since defeating Madrimov in August 2024. Just me evaluating Crawford's last performance when he stepped up to 154 versus Madrimov, I feel like his power really didn't carry over that much, fighter Danny Garcia said, asking openly if Crawford can handle the jump to 168. I feel like 168, which is difficult. If he succeeds, you have to rank him among the greatest 3 of all time. In order to defeat Canelo, he will unify 3 divisions, placing all 4 belts in 3 distinct divisions and moving up all weight classes. Put him in the top 3 of all time if he prevails in this battle. However, it will be a very hard slope to climb. It will be difficult. I applaud him if he can pull it off. However, I believe he will find it too much. That is merely my personal viewpoint.
Don't lose to Canelo, they lose to the event. Because when you fight Canelo, the stage is set for him. Like when I went, I saw J Balvin, I saw fireworks. You know, so you fight him, it's like you fighting in the Super Bowl.
The weight difference, though, no?
It is a big difference, but it has been done before.
Do you see him beating Canelo?
I don't know. He definitely has the skills. He has the skills, but Canelo has the skills too, and he's a stronger, bigger guy. So, but like
Canelo, meantime, isn't solely concerned about Crawford. He's already discussing the possibility of a 175-pound rematch with Dmitry Bivol. Bivol decisively defeated Canelo in 2022, and the Russian just defeated Artur Beterbiev to unify the light heavyweight class. I hope I have the opportunity to have the rematch with Bivol, Canelo said in an interview with The Ring magazine, indicating his interest in the rematch. I wouldn't really take that fight at 175 at all. However, we shall see. Hey, you learnt something from that battle. What things you don't need to do again is what I want to tell myself. Hey, you need to prove that you're a better fighter than him is something I have in me. It's interesting to note that Bivol has shared his opinions about Canelo versus Crawford and suggested that Crawford's mindset may be crucial. I believe Crawford is very interested in this fight. He has a different mindset, wants this fight, and I believe he will be much more active than Canelo's past opponents. He thinks like a champion. The fight will be far more fascinating, in my opinion.
That's likely to be announced.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent. And he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think fight will be much more interesting.
What do you make of the weight in that fight? The weight difference?
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, because we could see this fight.
For more updates, subscribe and leave a comment below.